Welcome to the Super Dave Osborne Show. Tonight featuring K.D. Lang, Donald Land. The Super One will be with you in a moment. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the star of the Super Dave Osborne Show, the one, the only, Super Dave Osborne.
My next guest is not really a professional. He works here at the compound, but he's a sensational guy, and I let him perform a few months ago, and he has another portion of his act. It's like 2 or 3 minutes. I understand it's very unusual, so let's bear with him and give him all the support we can. Dan Menendez. Danny?
Thank you very much. Thanks. I'm going to start out with a little bit of juggling. I'm going to start out with a fairly difficult juggling trick. I'm going to attempt to catch this ball on my ear. That's this ball on this ear. Keep your eye on that pink ball. It's right here. Shuffle them up. Wrong ear, sorry. Wrong ball. You know, I practiced this so much, it wore my hair away. And now, the hard part. No, it's not it. It's not it. Here we go with the hard part. That's it. Okay. Thanks. And now a juggling record. I'm going to do 4 balls here. We're going to set the Super Dave record. 4 balls.
Let's go for Dan Menendez, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, that was good. It's supposed to be unusual. Danny, you've been with me for 4 years. We've had professional jugglers on this stage, and you came out and juggled balls.
Well,
You're wasting time.
I was going to do the sticks.
No, I don't want to see any more.
They're really unusual. These feel like one stick. I'll get it.
This is birthday party. Okay? Anybody can do this. So take your bag off.
Wait, I didn't do the cups. You'll like these.
I don't.
They're really different. Super, you'll have this stuff. Great.
You know how fond I am of you, okay? Listen to me very carefully. The audience wants to see professionals, and I don't want to see any more juggling on this show. I've seen enough. They told me you had something unusual. This is not unusual.
I was going to do ventriloquism. It was.
I've had ventriloquists on the show.
They don't do
I had the best.
No, they don't do this, Joe. This is great. I love this thing. This is Super Junior. Say hello, Super. Hi. Okay, we got one quick thing to show you. Are you ready? Are you ready, Super? No way. Good. Okay, here we go. Wah! Wah!
It gives me great pleasure to present my next guest. She's a young lady that was on one of our very first shows, and to our good fortune, she keeps coming back. Let's raise the roof for the fantastic Katie Lang, singing Trail of Broken Hearts.
Trail of broken hearts, looking back at you now, and from the start these words will travel true. The Godspeed of trust will settle the dust we've been passing through. Broken trail so long, a long and tired path, and emptiness is gone. I found this place at last, and here we'll remain with only the aim of staying sure and fast, leaving just a part down the trail of broken hearts. Trail of broken hearts, looking back at you now, and from the start these words will travel true. The Godspeed of trust will settle the dust we've been passing through. Leaving just a part down the trail of broken hearts. Trail of broken hearts.
Katie Lang, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Okay, I've got to go do a stunt right now. I need someone to throw it to Mike Walden. Who would like to do that? You, sir. Come on down. What is your name?
Bernie Lavich.
All right, Bernie, can I give you a compliment? You are the nicest dressed fan we have ever had here.
Well, thank you very
I'm
much.
serious. Okay, just give me a moment. I've got to go to Mike Walden and then say, take it away, Mike Walden. Thank you.
Take it away, Mike Walden.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Walden. I'm standing here in the middle of the Super Dave Earthquake Preparedness Center. This is a brand new area here in the compound. It's very vital, unique, and important. And it really has a special meaning to the Super One. Yeah, here he comes right now. Yes, indeed. It is Super Dave G. Hello there.
Oh, you look sensational.
Thank
That's
you.
a great one.
Thank you very much, Super.
I'm sorry it took me so long, but there's a dirt road up there from the studio. It's a long haul.
Well, I know it is, but you are here, and I know that...
I am so excited about this area, Michael. As you know, we love to educate, enlighten, and entertain on the Super Dave
The
Show.
3 E's.
Right now, we're going to educate and enlighten, and then later on, I'll do a stunt and entertain.
Oh, good.
This is basically an earthquake preparedness area. The North American Earthquake Society.
Yes?
Yes. Contacted me and said, Super, would you donate part of your compound, 7 acres, to create an earthquake preparedness area? And I'm delighted to, and let me bring in the brilliant man behind this whole thing, Mr. Donald Glenn.
Oh, Donald.
Hello, Donald.
How are you?
Good to see you.
My God.
This is a very excited young man for a lot of reasons. Tell us one of them right now.
Well, my wife and I had a little baby boy.
Well,
Last night, 11:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Name?
Taylor Super Jr.
That's great.
You betcha.
And how's Claire doing?
She's very well, thanks.
How's your wife? That's a great joke, isn't it? I love to do that one. Anyway, on a more serious note, today, guys, please, hold it a second. On a more serious note, today marks the 12th anniversary Donald and I have been together. And as you know, Michael, every year I give a beautiful dinner for Donald, a UMC.
Yes, I do.
It's held at the country club and very expensive. A lot of money goes into it. And I started thinking, I know Donald appreciates that, but now that he has a little baby, the money never went to Donald. It just went to the dinner. So I'm very proud to say, Donald, tonight there will be a dinner.
Oh, super. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, tell us a little bit about what's going on here. A lot of construction,
Oh, you betcha. We've got the house over here, which is finished.
which we're going to see in a little while, and it's going to knock your socks off. It appears to be a regular house on the outside. When you see what we've done there to protect you, you're going to love it.
Yep.
And over there, we're going to have what?
An apartment building right
How
there.
many stories?
We're going to shoot for 6 floors.
Which would be sensational. It's a good test site. And it just won't be cosmetically quake-proof. You'll be able to sit in your apartment and absorb a quake of up to 10.0.
That's
Is that
what we're
right?
shooting for you.
10.0.
And not even know what's going on.
Wow.
Isn't that great?
Right here,
Hotel site?
14 stories, with a swimming pool.
Yep.
Indoor tennis court, too?
Absolutely, and we'll
great.
see what goes on, how a pool absorbs it, everything else.
Yep.
Back there.
That'll be a clubhouse, much like you'd find on any golf course in the world.
And that will overlook a tennis facility and a golf facility,
Oh.
one hole. So we'll be able to test recreational areas, too.
Well, obviously, you've thought of everything.
Well, wait till you see this. What we're going to show you right now is the first structure that has been completed. And it's basically a one-family home, would you say?
Single dwelling, yeah.
Single dwelling. And outside, if you look at it, you say, big deal. It's the same as everything else. So what if it's beams? But when you go inside, you're going to be blown away. Now, here is Donald's invention. And it is not only a time saver, but it is brilliance and accuracy. Explain it, Donald.
Well, this is, of course, is the earthquake simulator. And what we can do with this machine is we can simulate an earthquake anywhere from 1.0 to a 10.0 or an 8.0.
You know, Michael, whenever you experience a quake, you have to wait. And the news people say, I think it was a 5, it was a 4, it was a 10, then you find out it was a day later. We can create our own quake to the button. We want a 4.0, a 4.2. We can do that, and we can see how the structure reacts. And we're going to do that with all our buildings here. And so it's great. If you will wait over in the viewing area, I'm going to give you a quick tour, and then we'll do a stunt.
Well, let's do it.
That looks great, by the way.
Thank you.
It's sensational. Okay. Donald, what do you want to talk about first?
How about this front door?
Normal-looking door, wrong. This door has been shot with about 400 pounds of foam. So even though it feels like a normal door, it is not, and it will absorb shock, which is very important. Now we get into some things that you're not going to believe. What does this look like to the normal eye?
To the normal eye, a large, like brick stone, that kind of thing.
That's what I thought it was. Donald said, touch it. Look at this, Danny. Come on, stop. Is that great? Boom, earthquake, nothing.
Yep.
I hit a stone that hard, I'm going to break my hand.
Yeah.
Also, and we're experimenting with this, we may put an entire rubberized floor. We don't know how much we like it yet, but it's a good thought. Earthquake, you can bounce up and down and not hurt yourself,
Yep.
which is great.
Sure.
Okay? All right, another brilliant thing, tell us about the walls.
Well, they may not look it, but they're padded. They're all padded. And I remember when I first told you that, you were kind of suspicious.
I said, boy, someone might have escaped. You solidified it with caramel buttons, again edible.
Yep.
Bang into the wall, pull a button away, eat it, you're fine.
Yep.
Explain this.
Well, it's kind of fun. This is the edible lamp. And, of course, the lampshade, you can see, is all made of different foods.
Great.
Crackers.
Cookies and everything.
Yeah,
So
they're
what
good.
you're talking
Sure,
about.
you betcha.
Great. And down here, the key to
base.
survival, water.
You bet.
Now, I notice the truck comes in, what, once a week?
Mm-hmm.
The water guy comes in, brings
Yep.
it in, and who supplies the shade?
We make the shade.
Oh, you do?
Oh, sure.
This is very important. It's a Super Dave earthquake disaster plan and personal survival guide. Can you see that? And that picture comes from my famous balloon ball stunt where I had my head pounded into my shoes. And if you're ever in this predicament during an earthquake, make sure you stand under a doggy door. That's a great challenge. And it's always important to keep your sense of humor when a disaster is happening.
You bet.
Keep your wits about you.
Right.
Okay. Over here, I guess this must be another edible plant. You'll tell me what that is. Looks like a delicious strawberry.
Yeah.
Okay, now, this phone is sensational. That's what?
This is wicked.
This phone is sensational. How many times have you been on the phone and a disaster might happen or could happen? And you're sitting there, you don't know what to do, and the phone could chip your teeth. This is an earthquake phone. This will alert you that an earthquake is happening. Watch this. See that?
Great.
Is that brilliant? So nothing can happen. Okay, now, as you can see right over there, here we have what is called an edible table. And it's great looking and it smells great.
Sure.
Now, normally when you sit down to eat dinner, you pull the chair away and you sit down at the table. Sit down, Donald.
Okay.
You say to yourself, there's never going to be a disaster while I'm eating. Is that correct?
Sure, yeah.
All right, let me show you what can happen if you don't nail down your chairs. Here's like a 1 point. All right. How does that feel? That's starting to scare you, isn't it?
Sure it is.
Yeah, that was great, but it was a good example, right?
Yeah, you bet.
Okay, what did you just learn from that? Nail your furniture down. Make your tabletop movable. Nail the chairs down. Nail your bar stools down. Now, let me get to the point that is really going to make this area something special. Donald has developed a Tellman spring. Get a look at that, Danny. All right. How many of those are under this house?
Well, Super, believe it or not, we put close to 100.
Now, 100 Tellman springs enables this foundation to move with the quake. And if you combine it with this magical Tellman chair, you're not going to feel anything. I don't care what the number. Now, this chair is absolutely sensational. It's got packaged drinking water in it.
Yeah.
All the necessities. First aid kit, poncho, transistor radio, flashlight, flare. What you do is when you come home, just to try it out, you're going to learn to love it. It's going to take some adjustment. It did for me, but you will start to love it. You come home, you're tired after a rough day. Come home, say hello to the wife and kids, and strap yourself in, all right? Now, if you're watching television, or you should happen to nod off, you're protected. What I would love to do, and I hate to ask the guys to do this, but the simulator is broken, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, can you get them to just shake the house? On the springs, I'm sure it'll give them a 1.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a 1.
All right,
Okay, a 1 is not a big quake, but I just want to give you an idea.
Guys, you want to come
how
over here
it
for a
works,
second, please?
Okay?
Super
Watch
wants a
me,
1.0
and you'll get the feeling
quake.
of the house. Watch how I enjoy this. Okay? This is not like an amusement park ride. This is a real quake in a real house. Okay. Now, here's a 1, okay? The whole house is moving. I'm right here. I'm like a fine piece of china. I feel perfect, all right?
Super.
Perfect.
Good.
Absolutely sensational. Are you believers? If you're not, can they give me a 4?
I guess, yeah.
Give me a 4.0.
Yeah.
A
All right.
4.0, you're going to
Okay,
hear
guys,
it
little elbow
and feel
grease
it at
here.
home.
We need a
I'm going to
4.0.
sit here and feel perfect. Watch this. All right, this is a 4.0. Everything is moving around me. Look, I could balance a water glass right there. Perfect. Okay, so
good, huh?
you're beginning to get the idea of how important it is to build your house with safety, all right? You got Tellman springs underneath, Tellman springs. You know what I would love to do? Do we have enough time, do you think, to give me an 8? Can you give me an 8? Get the guys, I hate to ask them.
I'll take a look.
Because I really want to show you. Somebody could even break
give
in
an
here. An 8, we're going to shake this
Are you
house
sure?
like you can't believe. and you're going to see what happens. Yes.
Super, I don't think the guys, not with these guys, I can't get an 8.
All right, thank you anyway, Donald.
Okay,
Terrific
Super.
job.
Welcome.
And again, good luck to the little baby.
Oh, thanks.
And happy anniversary,
Thank
pal.
you. Yeah, you too.
Okay. In closing, let me just say, we will come back here in another show when the simulator is working. I'll give you an 8, I'll give you a 10. And you'll get an idea of what it's like.
Super.
Yes, sir.
Super, I can give you an 8.
Oh, beautiful. Okay. I want you to watch now, because at home you're going to say, no way. Watch an 8. All right. You can feel everything's going crazy. You can hear it. Time's 5. Can you believe this? I am not moving, and it would have felt more than an 8 to me. All right. An 8. And now it feels like more than an 8.
Guys, that was unbelievable.
That was fantastic. You know what, Mike? That was way more than an 8.
Oh, yeah, that's close to it.
Oh, yeah. And can you believe it? We did that without the simulator.
That's right.
By the way, do you suppose the Super was all right?
Super!
What?
Are you all... Well, you know what? He's surrounded by that protective chair. He's fine.
Oh, that's right.
Excuse me? I don't think I heard anyone call for a break. Super's going to come back up here, and he's going to expect to see you guys working. Now, let's go. I promised him a finished apartment building in a week. You know, Mike, you just can't find good help these days.
Isn't that the truth?
You know, all this dust has got me parched. You want to go over and get the old clubhouse, have a drink?
Hey, great idea.
All right, good.
And it's on me.
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Celebration of 12 years with
You know
Super.
something, Mike?
You know what, Mike?
I didn't have the heart to tell you this while I was up above. But in that green helmet and that stupid coat, you look like a turtle wrapped in a quilt. But it's still not as bad as that ketchup red jacket and those hot mustard pants. You look like a hot dog on vacation. And what about your chartreuse jacket with the green and fuchsia slacks? You look like a peacock who swallowed some dynamite. Help me! I'm buried alive here. Why don't you throw down your lime green shoes with the pink rubber soles? I can put them on and hop my way to heaven. Good night, everybody.